This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in this video. Listen, the tariffs that Trump initiated on Mexico, China, and Canada is supposed to go into effect today, Saturday, February 1st. And it already had a negative effect on the market on Friday. I had some NVIDIA put credit spreads that I thought would end up in the money. And after this tariff were announced, put it like this, the puts end up costing me a lot of money. NVIDIA crashed and my put credit spreads crashed with them. And I believe that once these tariffs take place, that next week might possibly be even worse. Do I want it to be worse? Of course not. I want the market to keep going up. But I believe that these tariffs are going to have a negative impact on the market in the long term. And you know who ends up paying for these tariffs? Not the companies, not really the countries. The end consumer ends up paying for these tariffs. Anything coming in from Canada, 25% tariff. Do you think the company bringing it in is going to pay the 25%? No, they're going to pass that on to the consumer. Anything coming in from Mexico, do you think they're going to eat that tariff? No, they're going to pass it on to the consumer. And China, 10% tariff on all goods coming in from China. Are those manufacturers, are those guys bringing it in gonna eat that 10%? No, they're gonna pass it on to the consumer, to the end buyer, and that is us. Okay, so those tariffs, in my opinion, are not good for retail investors. They're not good for the market. And I was just wondering how Canada got 25% tariff, Mexico got 25% tariff, but China only got 10%. I mean, I found that a little strange, but I overanalyze things too much. That is one of the problems that I have. But I'm going to tell you guys something. I believe these tariffs are going to keep the market suppressed. Okay? And these bad actors are going to use that market-wide suppression to double down on their naked shorting of AMC, GME, MULN, and all these other American companies that are not affected by the tariff. The tariffs have nothing to do with AMC, GME, MULN. But the bad actors are going to use the tariffs and the market-wide effect in order to manipulate the price of AMC, GME, and other American stocks. And the thing is this, all Trump has to do is sign an executive order saying all shorting in the United States stock market has to stop until they get control of the naked shorting, and overnight, 90 to 95% of the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market would stop. And there are people who have ties to Trump who watch my videos. They know that all Trump has to do is sign that executive order. But somehow it's not a priority. Maybe he's waiting for the DOJ guy to be confirmed, the FBI guy to be confirmed, the SEC guy to be confirmed. Maybe he's waiting. Maybe he has a bigger plan that I personally can't see. Is that a possibility? Yes, it is. But am I optimistic that anything's going to be done? No, I'm not. I am not optimistic. Do I want something to be done? Of course I do. But I believe these tariffs are bad for the economy. believe they're bad for everyday Americans. And I believe that the bad actors are going to use these tariffs as an excuse to double and triple down on naked shorting American companies into the ground. But their liquidity is running out. Even though they see some ups, they see some downs. I don't believe they could sustain this for another 2-3 years. But even if they can, I'm just going to hold and buy the dips because it costs me absolutely nothing to hold my AMC shares, nothing to hold my GME shares, and they have to keep paying interest every month on all those counterfeit short positions that they have out there. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think Trump tariffs are going to have a negative effect on the economy in the long term? And do you think it's a little strange that Mexico got 25%, Canada got 25%, but China only got 10%? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.